Welcome back into the Broncos studio. I'm your host and team reporter, Elisa Hernandez. Next to me, I have lead writer on DenverBroncos.com, Aric DiLalla, and Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. The Broncos rookie class will report for training camp on Wednesday, July 16th. Exciting to see these young guys begin to make their mark. Jumping right in, taking a closer look at this rookie class, which rookie do you see making the biggest impact in year one?
Well, I would say Jahdae Barron, but the only reason I'm not going to say Jahdae Barron is because he's coming into a defense that was a top-notch defense last year. A lot of playmakers. It's hard to break into one of those types of defense. I think he will make a contribution. R.J. Harvey has the biggest opportunity to step in and make an impact here as a rookie, knowing that our run game wasn't as great as Sean Payton wanted it to be last year. He's going to definitely take a jump this year.
Yeah, R.J. Harvey, man. I mean, can't wait to see him play, to put on pads. It's been one thing to see him in OTAs, see him in minicamp, but they put pads on. When we get to these preseason games, I'm excited to see what R.J. Harvey looks like. He just runs with such great vision. He accelerates through the hole. Feels like it's a yard or two beyond their line of scrimmage before a defender's even there to touch him. And you look at his career at UCF and just a lot of yards, a lot of carries, was able to make those explosive plays. I think, we don't know how that running back room is going to shape up, but when you have him, you have J.K. Dobbins, that's a pair right there that, man, I'm really excited to see them. And, yeah, R.J. Harvey, he's kind of that fantasy darling. We know that they want to be able to get him the ball out of the backfield so he can make a big impact in year one.
Yeah, and as a defensive player, I know defensive backs don't want to have to tackle those kind of guys. The thighs that big, nobody wants to do that.
Steve, you'll tackle anybody.
Yeah, I didn't always want to, but I had to do it.
When you just look at the overall appeal of this team, when you look at kind of how this rookie class can kind of play out, you mentioned the running backs, but is there anybody on the wide receiver side that catches your eye?
Yeah, I mean, wide receiver, you're 100% right. I think Pat Bryant is the guy that when I look at this rookie class, I'm intrigued, I think is the best way to put it. Based on what he did during the offseason program, making contested catches, going up in traffic, he feels like a guy that can be a big-time weapon for Bo Nix. We know it takes receivers sometimes a little bit longer than running backs maybe to transition to the NFL, to get used to the NFL game. But based on what I saw in the offseason, I asked Sean Payton about it late in minicamp, and he asked me, he said, do you like what you see? Because I like what I see. And so Sean Payton and I are on the same page there. This is a guy that had almost 1,000 yards a year ago. He had 10 touchdowns, which tied a single-season record at Illinois. But I think the other thing that stood out to me, 3 touchdowns, either in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter or in overtime.
Clutch.
So clutch. He made plays when it mattered. And you also don't want to ignore that Sean Payton compared him traits-wise to Michael Thomas. And when a head coach says that, my ears kind of perk up, and I'm like, okay, let's pay attention to this dude. So yeah, excited to see what Pat Bryant can do. It is a kind of a competitive wide receiver room, so it's going to be hard for him to get targets and compete for snaps early on, but certainly seems like he's got the talent to do it.
Yeah, very, very competitive wide receiver room. The guys has a nice size. Sean Payton says he likes big receivers. He has nothing against the smaller receivers, but he loves the bigger receivers, and he is that great route runner. We saw the great feet that he had when he was during OTAs and that. Physical, he'll catch balls over the middle, and it looks like he has really good speed as well. So I think it's going to be a great addition to that wide receiver room, which is already, I think, very deep.
Well, we saw what the rookies last year did, and so the bar has kind of been set on what this rookie class can do for the 2025 season. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the Broncos studio. As always, I am your host and team reporter, Elisa Hernandez, next to our lead writer on DenverBroncos.com, Aric DiLalla, and Hall of Famer Steve Atwater. Remember, we'll be back with more analysis as we count down to training camp, so stay tuned on our YouTube channel.